Hello, my name is Max, and today I'm going to show you some of Graphsy's animation features. To do so, I'll create an animation oversimplifying some of the actions of a firewall. Here's what the final animation will look like. There will be two packets. The first will appear, travel through the firewall, and be pushed into the Dropbox after it turns red. A short explanation as well as instructions on what to do next will also come up. When the user presses next, another packet will go through the firewall, this time going to the forward box. And again, a short explanation will appear. Now, to actually create this animation, we'll begin by selecting our packet objects and adding 3 animation actions to them. First is fade in to appear, a move action to move across to their designated spots, and then a fade out action to get rid of them at the end. With the actions added, we can move the packet objects into their rightful spot. So green and red will start at the firewall, purple will start right outside the firewall. Then moved in, we can now also move the animated parts to it. The purple will end at the firewall and then be converted to green or red. The red will end the Dropbox, and the green will end at the forward box. With everything in its place, we can now work on the order of the animation. So what we want to have happen is the purples to go first, then the red, then the purple, then the green. So we order them accordingly. Purple happens to be object 0, so it goes first. Red is object 3, goes second, then object 2 is another purple, and object 4 is the final green box. With the order set, we have to move all the other actions in the rightful place. So every box will fade in, move, and then fade out. Once the order is set, we will need to specify the triggers for the animations. Now, an animation can start either when the user clicks the next arrow button, when the previous animation is ended, or directly with the previous animation. Triggers can be set during animation creation or afterwards by selecting animation objects and changing them via a drop-down menu. In this example, most animations occur one after the other, except for the crossfades from purple to either red or green boxes. That effect is achieved by running the fade in and fade out animations at the same time. With the first half finished, we can now test it by hitting test followed by play. As we can see, the animation behaves exactly as we intended it to. So we can now move on and create the second half in exactly the same way. Similar to the first half, we again make sure that the move and the fade out animations happen one after the other, while the fade out and the fade in animations happen at the same time to guarantee a cross-through effect. This way it will look like the purple is being turned into green before it is forwarded to the forward box. With the packet animations complete, all that's left is to animate the expository text. We begin by highlighting the first text that will appear before the second half of the animation, create some fade-in animations for it, and drag them to place them in the right order. Once they are placed there, we have to make sure that they happen with the fade-out, kind of punctuate the last piece. We also want to make sure that these boxes fade away as the next animation is starting. Therefore, we'll create 2 more fade-out events and place them directly underneath the fade-in of the second half. By making sure that they execute with the second half, they'll effectively fade away as the next animation is starting. In addition, we have one more piece of expository text to deal with. This text simply needs to appear at the very end of the animation. So we'll create a simple fade-in animation and make sure it happens as the last thing is fading out. With all the work complete, we can now fully test the entire animation. Hitting the test button, we bring up all the animation controls. Hitting next brings up our purple packet, which flies to the firewall, turns red, and goes to the Dropbox. Hitting it again brings up another purple packet that goes to the firewall, and this time turns green and goes to the forward box. With the test complete, we can now save and embed this project as part of another web page. We save by hitting the Save button and begin the embedding process by going to Project Options. From there, we can see that Share has already been clicked, so we can check the embedding code, change our width to say 800 pixels, and our height to 450 pixels, which will automatically generate the code on the right. Hit Ctrl A to select all of the code, Ctrl C to copy it, open up an HTML page I've created earlier, paste the code into it, and open up that same page in a web browser. And now we have a small version of the same project that we've just created. It has all the same animated functionality that we've had before. You have the play, forward, and back button. If we hit play, the animation will start. Hitting next will go through our first half of the animation, with the box going through a firewall, going to the drop. And then hitting next again will go to the second half of the same animation. That's it for this tutorial. Hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, you can contact me at max@graphsy.com, and I hope you guys check out Graphsy and play with some of these features. Thanks.